Alright, I've got a big question for you I see all the time. Can a beginner drone actually get cinematic footage, or do you need to spend big money to get that movie look? So today I'm doing this properly, shot for shot. Same location, same time, same flight path, same camera moves. The drones I'll be using are the Potensic Atom 2 drone and the DJI Air 3S. And I'm not going to make one look better on purpose. I'm going to match the shots as closely as humanly possible, and we'll see what happens. By the end of this, you'll know two things: how close a cheaper drone can get when you shoot it right, and what the more expensive drone still does better, if anything. G'day friends, my name's Brett and I've been shooting drone footage for 10 years, and what I've learned over time is cinematic footage is mostly about how you shoot, not what you shoot on. But sometimes gear really can matter, so let's test it. Now before we fly, I'm going to go over a few things. I'm filming the same moves as close as I can, in the same direction over the same areas back to back. And I'm going to match the settings on both drones. So we'll be filming at 4K 25 frames per second with a shutter speed of 1/50, white balance around 5000. That way we can get a true comparison. And if I need to put an ND filter on the Air 3S, I'll also put one on the Atom 2 as well, and that will be the same strength ND filter. Then I'll show you the clips side by side so you can actually judge it yourself. And one more thing is I'm not comparing zoom ranges and weird specialty shots. This is the kind of stuff you and I would actually film at a place like this on a regular basis. Okay, the first shot is the easiest cinematic shot you can do in the world. It's just a slow push out over the top of this dam. Nothing fancy, I'm just moving slowly forward and as steady as I can. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. Does the motion feel smooth? How good are the details in the highlights and the shadows? Do the colors feel natural? And straight away you can usually see whether one looks better than the other. The Atom 2 footage isn't as clear in the darker parts of the image, but everything else looks great, so the Air 3 looks much better here. Alright, this is the move that makes drone footage look a little bit more cinematic. I'm starting low to the ground here as I'm going to fly forward out over the water. Now what I'm looking for here is, did we get that cinematic motion blur out of the foreground from both drones? Is the footage sharp? And are all the colors even? Now with this shot I'm going to fly along the dam wall out over the water. What I'm really looking for here is I'm just checking reflections and clarity of the shot. And I have to say both of these shots look pretty similar. Now top-down shots are sneaky. They're simple, but they can show you a lot of noise, sharpness, and how the camera handles fine details like ripples in the water here. What I'm looking for in this shot is the detail in the water, and also to see if there's any noise in the shadows. In this case, the Air 3S is miles above the quality of the Atom 2. That will most likely be because of the larger sensor size that the Air 3S has. It gives you much more of a range in bright light and shadows. So low light and bright light, you get more of a dynamic range from this drone. This shot is a simple one also, just flying out over the dam wall, over the water, and although I didn't frame the two shots exactly the same, I think they both did really well. The Atom 2 is more contrasty than the Air 3S, but overall both very decent, although the sharpness and clarity on the Air 3S is quite a lot better than it is on the Atom 2. This next shot is just starting close in on the wall, and I've switched the Atom 2 to sports mode to be able to match the speed of normal mode from the Air 3S. And here I'm doing what's called a reverse reveal. So I'm flying back and up at the same time, and I'm also tilting the gimbal wheel at the same time as well. Both of these shots look really good. I'm really happy with both of them. But what stood out for me the most was that the Air 3S lens is wider in this shot. Alright, at this point, if you're watching on your phone, you might be thinking, Brett, they look really close. And that's kind of the point, because cinematic is mostly technique. And if you've ever been out flying and thought, wait, should I be at 25 frames a second or 30 frames per second? What shutter speed do I need? What move do I do over water? Well, I've made something for you and it's free. It's my free drone camera coach, and it's an AI bot that answers any drone questions, camera settings and flying techniques, anything. So you can have it on your phone and you can fix problems on the spot and get the whole shot while you're there. If you want that in your pocket, the link is in the description and below as always. But now we're getting to the part that matters. Is there a difference once you start pushing the footage a little? So I'm going to do a tiny grade on both of these top-down shots. Nothing fancy, just pull highlights down, lift the shadows up slightly, and add a touch of contrast. And we'll see which footage holds together better. Okay, this is where you see the real gap in this footage, because I'm looking for color issues and noise and grain, And as you can see, there is a fair bit of noise in the Atom 2 footage in the shadows, which can be fixed in post-production, but it is something you need to be aware of. So can a beginner drone get cinematic footage? Well, let's have a look. I've compiled these shots together, some of them from the Air 3S and some of them from the Atom 2. Tell me if you can spot the difference in the comments below. If you shoot properly, meaning slow deliberate moves, matched settings, and you control light, yes, you can absolutely get cinematic footage from a beginner drone. But here's the truth. The more expensive drone usually wins in the areas you may not be aware of, because they usually have much more functionality like obstacle avoidance, better tracking features, and software advances like histogram and other features. They have a larger sensor, so in low light they work much better than budget drones. And because of that, it holds up better also when you do a color grade on your footage as well. So which one should you actually get? Well, if you're starting out and you want to learn cinematic technique without spending a fortune, the Atom 2 can get you shockingly close when you shoot it right. And if you want a drone that's easier, more consistent, and gives you more room in post, that's where the Air 3S earns its price. So whichever drone you have, you're still going to need to know what shots look great and what shots don't. And this video right here will help you with that. If you want the exact moves I use to make any drone look cinematic, watch this next. Thanks for watching.